Good morning, everyone. What a pretty sight. Welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. And this is episode 1 of the organizational series, and I'm titling it The Ugly Truth. This series will run every Saturday beginning the second Saturday in July. I will skip next Saturday because I've got to get first of the month business stuff out of the way before I can fully dive into this room, and I'll be emptying this room over the course of the next week. So let's get started. You are looking at the opening. I'm filming from my door, and I'm going to go to the right, and I'm going to try not to make you sick, go all the way down to the far end, and then I'll come back up and show you behind the door. The main thing about this is everything has a place. I just haven't taken time to put stuff away, and there's still some organization changes that I want to make. Now, this is my filming corner. This table can come completely down and be removable, and I will show you when it's cleared how that works, but Bob made it specifically that I could take it down out of my way if I needed to get to stamp sets underneath. Let's start this side. And I'm going to back out a little bit. This is a floor-to-ceiling unit that Bob built me in here, and it holds all of my paper supplies for card making and scrapbooking. The only difference is this section right here currently holds a lot of my finished journals from the last 18 months. The shelf above is all of my UK creative cards and stamping magazines with their stamps and papers in them. And I'm thinking those are going to get broke down because I'm thinking this shelf is going to become where I store all of my digital kits at. And I don't really need all the magazines. So that's going to be one of the things that I work on. And then everything else, this is all, the first two sections are all designer series paper from Stampin' Up, and the far one is all retired colors from Stampin' Up and 12 by 12 cardstocks from Stampin' Up. And then up above, my Stampin' Up catalogs, things that I use periodically, not all the time, and the blue box right there holds all of my Christmas cards as I get them made. Down below, and you're not going to be able to see much right now, but this is all the bottom shelf from all the way across is loose papers and paper pads. I don't have near as much as Julie has, but I've got enough to keep me out of trouble. There's also some Project Life kits there, and there are a couple, 3, 4, down underneath that all go into this cabinet. This holds all of my Project Life stuff. I have a utility cart here. This is eventually going to become all of my, a lot of my punches, because I want to put my most used punches on the top rack and then work my way down. And then I have a second one of these carts to put all my adhesives in and my card bases in down below. Okay, let's see. This isn't going to change much. This is all of my extra tools that I just use periodically, and then all of my markers and pens that are used in journaling and scrapbooking, not office related. These two filing cabinets, I will be explaining those when we get there. And then this is all of my Sizzix stuff here, embossing folders, Thinlit dies, and then my bigger dies down at the bottom. There is a stack here of stuff I need to go through and put away. That box is all envelopes and card bases. Where I bought is card bases and envelopes, but they don't seem to match when I put them in the envelopes. So I'm going to break those down and use those for something else. They will go out in the warehouse in the envelopes tub. This corner, ow, sorry, my hip is trying to give out on me this morning. This corner, you can see my scrap rack. The shelving underneath of it is all scrapbooking supplies, page protectors, idea books, albums. This is my Kanban board in front of a cart that is my Etsy cart. The diaper boxes are going to get covered and moved to my bedroom closet for storing clothes on my shelf. And then I have a cart there that is the girls' photo journal stuff. That cart is Christmas. That cart is Halloween. And then this stuff in here just needs put away. I've got 3 boxes in here actually of Stampin' Up! Stuff that needs put away. Stuff on the shelves that need put away. I just haven't been able to get to where they need to go. Picture of my daughter and her husband. And then this part. And I have to watch how I'm backing up here so I don't run my hip into something. My sofa is buried in Stampin' Up! Stuff, and this is going to be number 2 on my list of things to take care of. On the top, there are couple more stamp boxes, and all of the cookie boxes are for cutting down into tags because they have white lines. The thing to think about, I'm horrible for not wanting to add to my landfill if I can help it. I try to do something with it. Brown cardboard can go to recycling. Anything with a white lining is not recyclable, which means it's going to wind up in the landfill. So I need to cut those all down into tags. And then I have a stack of golden books that need to go up there in my golden book collection. I had pulled some of them down thinking I would make them into journals, but I'm not sure which ones are the newer ones and which ones aren't. So for now, I'm going to put those back up there, and then when I'm ready to do golden book journals, I will sort through them. Just more stuff that needs put away. Behind there, you can just see peeking out of the corner is my sewing machine cabinet. The only thing it's used for is a base. The chair is buried under there. And that's supposed to be all my sewing and yarn stuff back there. This board is going to come out. Everything that is on here is for my June Just Junk Journal Challenge. So that needs to come out because I'm going to be working and getting my June journal done Tuesday and Wednesday. So, you know, right down to the wire, as always. This wall back here eventually is going to be where I hang photo frames of my autographed pictures of artists that I've interviewed. And I'll take you through the top shelf another time, but this is my collectible shelf up here. And I'm not so worried about the stuff up there. That's all photos up top, and I'm not so much worried about it. And I'll show you the organization sections as I go. There's all of my Cricut stuff. And then we get to my big work table here. It is an island that is 4 feet by 8 feet. And then I have an ironing platform that comes out here. And that's where I was using my Sizzix or my Big Shot last night when I was doing my Smash That Paper Pad collab and my dies. And I'll show you where everything goes as soon as I get it cleaned up. I just wanted you to see the ugly truth of what I need to get done in the next 2.5 weeks. Down here I have a foot rail so I can put my feet up, and then I've got a rail here where my hanging punches go, my paddle punches. This is pretty much done. I need to cover some more of the boxes and put the ID frames on the front, but this ladder shelf is all planner related, mostly Happy Planner. This is the rolling cart where I store my bigger planner binders and my computer bags, and I want to try to keep the top clean, so if I have to do a Zoom meeting, that's where I put my computer, and I turn around so my shade and everything is behind me. My office corner is not focused on this next 3 weeks, but this is my office corner, and this is all stuff that's got to get cleaned up. There's my Tabby kitty in her favorite spot. So while this is my office corner, it's not the priority of this 2 weeks. Now I'm going to gradually turn and go this way. And then I have stuff over here that needs put away. I need to rework my altar. It's a mess. There's my other kitty cat. That's Spirit. He's my big bully kitty. He's also my big baby. He's the oldest of my animals. And he reminds me that he's the ruler of the house around here. Until Honeybee thinks he's going to start something, then Honeybee puts him in his place. This is my rolling cart. It's actually a tool cart. And those binders are 12 by 12 photo albums with page protectors in them from the scrap rack. Excuse me. And that's where I keep all of my junk journal ephemera in. And then down here is, I have a photo box for words and a photo box for pictures that I've torn out of magazines and catalogs. And then the milk crate will have hanging file folders in it that has full page things out of magazines in it. So that's all my mixed media. I call that my mixed media cart. The shelf behind it is all mixed media, books and journals. And then my Tim Holtz corner is still, I still have some work in the bottom, but otherwise the Tim Holtz corner is still pretty good. And my drawers. And then I have this corner here behind the door. And I'm going to back up again. My hip this morning, I can tell the weather's here. This was an old stamp cabinet, display cabinet from Michaels. And it holds all of my paints. And then the filing cabinet down below holds paint supplies, palettes, cups, applicators like makeup sponge kind of things there. This is an upside down stool on wheels that holds my wrapping papers and my yardsticks. And then that cabinet is all mixed media stuff over there and blank journals. And then my Tim Holtz. And then I'm going to do a pass here, but I'll show you. This is a project I worked on last year and got it organized. Said I just need to put stuff away. And I will talk about those different organization things as we get to them. So, do I have work ahead of me? Absolutely. Can I get it done? I guess I put it out there now, so I guess I have to. I can't put it off any longer. So, I have some projects to get out of the way today. Tomorrow, I will spend all day on the couch getting blog posts done for as much of the month of July as I can get done. And then Monday, Tuesday, work on getting my June journal done. And that will eliminate that stack that I showed you over there, as well as this box right here. And get all the cookie base boxes cut down into tag bases. And then I'll start emptying the room. And I'm going to start with, this corner. So I can get to my filming table and quit working on that 8-foot table, because I need to be filming and creating the small stuff over here. So that's it for this week. I will keep you posted. But I had promised you that this was going to be the ugly truth of what I'm working with. For those of you who do not know, my space was built specifically for me 5 years ago. I went from a 10-foot space, 10-foot square space, to 480 square feet. But it has to encompass my artwork as well as my writing author end. So I have stations throughout this room. I just need to get stuff put away. And like any other office, studio organization, craft room organization, we're constantly evolving in what we play with, which requires us changing how we store stuff. And some things have been working out great and some things not so well. So that's where my change is going to come into here really quick. So I will see you back here. If not before, I will see you on the 30th for the Can That Paper Pumpkin. And I will also go back to doing shout out Saturdays, the first Saturday in July, which will be next week. So I hope you'll come back and join me. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notifications bell so you'll know when I post new videos and you can see the updates. Thanks for joining me in the studio today. Creative blessings.